Hey everyone, my name is Joep from Income Tech Design, and in today's video we are going to talk about the listing page of the car rental website. Last time we made the listing on the homepage, and in today's video we are going to talk about the archive page, and we're going to make the JetSmartFilters accessible as well. So you have the filters on the side on the menu, and you can actually scroll through all of the cars that are available, and you can filter through them based on maybe pricing, color, stuff like that. So you do need Elementor Pro for this, and you also need a CrocuBlock plugin, which is called JetSmartFilters. So if you want to follow along, make sure to get these plugins. I will link them down in the description below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Hey guys, so right now we are at the website that we created in the last tutorial. Let me go through it really quickly to show you what we have been doing last time. Basically what we've done is we made this recommended cars section where you have a slider with all of the cars that we are showing on the homepage. So we have a basic slider, and whenever you click on a specific car, it's going to go to this page where we have all of the information that we need. So what are we going to build in this on this tutorial? Actually, we're going to make the listing page. So the archive page where you can actually filter through specific properties. So what do we need to get started? First of all, the plugin JetSmartFilters. That is a must-have, and you also need Elementor Pro. You cannot do it with the free version. If you do not have the Pro version, make sure to purchase it if you want to learn this. If you don't have it yet, I really recommend it. And if you're making or planning to make websites for your clients, I would really recommend you to buy Elementor Pro. You can even let your clients charge for Elementor Pro for you, so you don't need to pay anything. With that out of the way, let's get back to the JetSmartFilters section. So we're going to create filters, but first we need to really think, what are we going to filter on? For example, we can filter on the name. We can filter on the year, the amount of passengers. We can filter on anything actually that we created in the last tutorial. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to keep it short, so I'm only going to do 3 or 4 filters. So maybe the name, the passengers, doors, consumption, stuff like that. But you can go on anything what you want actually. All right, so let's get started real quickly. So we keep this tab open, and the first thing I'm going to do is I already have JetSmartFilters installed. If you don't have it, make sure to install it. What you're going to do is create a new filter, and this is the filter of the specific thing you want to filter on. So this is going to be car title. So I'm going to write let's see, car title, and I'm just going to say car dash title. There it is already, car title. All right. The filter type, this is an important one. All you have to do here is click on search, and the placeholder that's going to display on the website actually, that whenever you're not typing anything in, this will display. So we're going to keep this at search. Then it says search by. We do not want the default WordPress search. What we want is to search on a custom field by a custom query. What is this query? Well, that is the title actually. How do we find what this query variable is? Really easy. Go to cars, go into the car that you want, and then you have car title, which is also called car dash title. So let me fill it in here, and there we go. That's it. So we're going to click on publish, and as you can see in the JetSmartFilters, here is our car title filter already, which is actually everything there is to it. So let's see, what else can we make? Let's make the amount of passengers. So this is a number, right? It can only be increased or decreased. So let's create a new one, and it's called passengers. So that's exactly the same thing. I'm gonna name it here. So passengers. Passengers. Filter type, what do we want to have? Because this is a number that can be increased or decreased, we are going to make a range. So we can set a range from 2 to 4, for example, or from 1 to 5. I don't know how many doors a car can have, but we can make a range. So I'm going to click on range, and we have inputs enabled or disabled. I'm gonna say disabled. Value prefix, I'm gonna leave this empty for now because we don't need anything before the range number, and for the suffix we don't need anything after as well. We are not working with thousand separators, so I'm not gonna use this. We're not using with decimal separators, so I'm just gonna leave this as it is. Number of decimals is gonna be 0 because we don't have decimals. Minimum value, a call always has 3 doors, and we have 5 doors in total, and the step is 1. Basically what this means is, the minimum value is always 3, the maximum value is always 5, including the trunk, and the step is 1. So if we slide up, it goes with 1 step. Get min max dynamically, we are going to say, let's see, get from query meta key. Yes, we're gonna say query meta key, and then the query setting is also going to be passengers. So let's paste this in, passengers, there we go. And that is it. So let's publish this one. Great, we have 2 filters right now. So let's create another filter. Maybe on the exterior color, which is a drop down. So let's make this. Exterior color, I'm gonna select this label, add a new one, paste the label in here, and then I'm gonna copy this name and paste it in here twice. Filter type, what is this going to be? Because we're having a drop down, I'm also gonna make a select, which is also a drop down. So a select, is it hierarchical? You can say yes or no. I'm just gonna keep it at no. The data source is going to be a custom field, and the custom field key is, of course, exterior color. The placeholder is going to be select, and here we also have the query variable is also going to be exterior color. All right, let me see. This looks all great. So that's it. Again, the comparison operator is equals because we want the color to equal the value that we give. So we're going to click publish, and as we see, we have 3 filters right now. Great, so now let's make the archive page. So what I'm going to do is going to go to templates, I'm going to add new, I'm going to click archive, and I'm going to say car archive, and I'm going to create the template. Now, I don't want to use anything here. I'm going to start blank. Why? Because we already made the archive without knowing it. On the home page, let's visit the website. We can basically just use this as an archive. So I'm going to edit this with Elementor and just copy and paste it and change some settings around. So let's wait for this to load. There we go. Scroll down, please. Yes, there we go. So I'm going to copy this, go in here. And what we're going to make is, we're going to create a section which is made by 2 columns because we're having the filters on the left and the content on the right. So we're going to have a minimum height, and let's set the structure to 33 and 66%. So for here, let's paste the content in the right section. So as we can see, we are getting the slider as we just did. I don't want this. I want 1 column on here. So we're going to say 1 column. Use as archive template. Let me see. Oh, that is not what we want. Just keep it at 1. Here we go. All right. Let's change this around a little bit more. What do we have? We do not want the slider, so we're going to disable it. Here we go. Now we have the cars exactly as we want them. Now, I'm gonna keep it at this for now because I'm not really focusing on the design of this. So I'm gonna keep it at this for functionality purposes. But this is a listing grid. Keep this in mind, it's a listing grid. Now, how do you make the filters? Actually, it's quite easy. The only thing we need to do is, let's give this a background first so we can actually see what we're working with. And I have a really nifty tool for this. It's a color picker, and I can just select this, copy it, close it up, and paste this color in here. Now we have it. Now go to advanced and remove the margin and the padding from here because we do not need it. Alright, so I'm gonna drag in a heading, and that is way too big. But before we do anything, let's go back to, let me see, the JetSmartFilters and see what filters were created. So first we have the car title. So I'm gonna fill in here car title. And let's just make this white and a little bit smaller. Let's put it at 28 is fine for now. Car title, now I'm gonna put it at 32. Car title. Alright, so before I do anything else, I'm gonna select the section and set the vertical height to, or the column position to top, so everything is aligned to the top. And then give this a little bit of a margin on top of perhaps 7 is fine. Let's keep it at 7. Alright, so car title. I'm gonna add a divider here. So let's type divider and put it below and make sure this color is white. There we have it, and let's make the weight 3. Is that too big? Well, probably not. Small the gap a little bit. There we go. Alright, car title. Yes. Let me duplicate this and put it underneath the divider. There we go. The divider actually doesn't need to be this big, so I'm gonna say the width to like, let's put it at 70%, which is fine. Alright, the second filter that we have is the passenger amount. So I'm gonna change this to passengers. Let's also duplicate the divider and put it here, and duplicate the passengers heading and put it underneath. And what else do we have? Exterior color. So I'm gonna say exterior color, just like this. Great, now it's time to add the filters. So basically what we have is the first filter, which is the car title filter. This one is a search. So all we have to do is type in search filter, and here it already goes, search filter. So I'm gonna add it underneath, select the filter. So I'm gonna type in car title, there it is, and we immediately see this enormous button, enormous form. We don't want this. So to set it up, we first need to set the filter is meant for. While this, as I was just saying, keep in mind that this is a listing grid. So select the listing grid here as well. Let's set archive here. All right. So let's see, the applied text is Ajax on typing, and the minimum letters of 3 that we need to import is, the minimum numbers of letters that we need to type is 3. So if you type 3 letters, then it's going to update automatically. But before we do anything, I'm gonna add a little bit of padding here because this kind of looks not entirely how I want it, but this is better. All right, here we have the search. I don't really like this color as well, so let me change this real quick. I know this is not meant for the design, but I don't like the blue color at all. Yeah, this is way better. Okay, great. So car title, we have the search bar right now, so it's searching on the car title, and if I type anything here, it should automatically update. Car title, there we go. Now for the passengers, let's move on to the second filter. The passengers is, let me see, it is a range. So we are going to type in range filter. And there is a difference between check range and date range. So make sure to use the normal range one, because this is also a normal range one. Right, the filter is called passengers. So let's say passengers. And this is the archive, Pro archive. All right, and great. And now as you can see, the styling is a bit off, but we're gonna use Ajax and value change. We're not gonna, you can also make sure you apply it to a button, but we're not gonna do that. As you can see, you can apply it, but we don't want this. All right, let's do a little bit of styling because we cannot actually not see what is happening here. So the stroke is a little bit too thick. I'm gonna keep it at 1. Let me see the range. I'm gonna set the color to 1. The range points, I'm gonna set these to white as well. All right, great. And then we have the values are going to be a white color as well. And I'm gonna say that this is gonna be Poppins. There we go. Can I also align these to the left? Yes, I can. There we are. And yeah, if we drag it, you can see that it changes from steps, which is great. All right, so we have the passengers as well. And let's go to the exterior color, which is, let me see, it was a select, I believe. Yeah, it's a select. So let's type in select filter. We're gonna drag it underneath here. Then we have exterior color and we have the filter. So we're gonna type it in, exterior color. There it is. This filter is for archive. We're gonna say Ajax. Okay, so I'm back. Basically what you need to do is make sure the data source is custom fields. The custom field key is exterior color as we set it in the car as well. Here it is. And then make sure that the get choices from field data is on and the field source plugin is called is Jet Engine. And that's it. Then it's gonna work. As you can see now, it's a drop down with these colors. Okay, now what else can we do? We can also make a reset button. So let's add this, copy the title, and let's say remove filters. And then we're gonna say remove filters is also a widget. So we're gonna drag this in. It's really big. Remove. Now let's set the styling because it's really big. I don't know why. So let's put this at maybe 26. No, that's too big. 21 perhaps. No, let's say 18. 18 is fine. Let's just do the coloring. I'm gonna keep it like this. The background prototype solid 1. Color is white. And if we hover over it, the background color is gonna be black. Like this. Yeah, sure, that's fine. It's not a styling video. All right, so right now we have this created. So we're gonna click on publish and say add condition. We want to have this for not all the archives, but we want to have it for the cars archive. So let's click on save and close, and that's it. So now let me see. Okay, so I'm back. I made a little mistake. What we've done is, if you have the title, you need to set this filter is for Jet Engine and not Jet Engine Elementor Pro archive because it's not an Elementor Pro archive. So we have to do this for all of the settings. Let's do Jet Engine, and this always works. Also works. So let's update. And if we view this page, you can see that now we have all the cars listed, and if I type, for example, A, B, C, D, E, it's gonna filter and it says no data was found because it can't find it. If I, for example, want to say I only want to see one door, it's not gonna work because we don't have one door. And if we say 4 doors, we're only getting this one because the rest has 5 doors, as we can see. The exterior color, I only want red, so it's not gonna show anything, but if we pick blue, we get 2 cars. And then if we remove the filters, it's gonna remove everything and the cars are gonna be there again. So I know this wasn't really like a design video, but the functionality is there, so you can now go ahead and style however you want to. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, hope you learned from it. Yeah, and if you really liked it, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be about, but I'll keep it a little bit of a surprise for you guys. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll catch you in the next video. So bye bye and take care.